Before I introduce the special treat, it started. You see on the screen a special message from Frederic Mayor, the former Director General of UNESCO, who basically introduced the concept of culture of peace and pushed hard throughout the UN to create a platform for the culture of peace. As a matter of fact, every year with Ambassador Anwarul Chowdhury from Bangladesh, they have a high-level session which starts tomorrow at the General Assembly. Every year they do this session to propagate the culture of peace. And Ambassador and Frederico Mayor continue to show his interest and contribution to the culture of peace and promoted this initiative also through his patronage for the IPCGE. And he also, through his own foundation, I believe, it's called Cultura de Paz. He's a man of true love for education and also for peace at large. He's sending a special message which we're going to be hearing together. Thank you.
I am very proud today to be able to utilize the digital technology in order to address this excellent initiative of the Inter-Parliamentary Coalition for Global Ethics. Congratulations, Susanna Beckerman, because it is crucial. It is crucial. The parliaments are the key of the new era. I am very proud today to be able to utilize the digital technology in order to address this excellent initiative of the Inter-Parliamentary Coalition for Global Ethics. Congratulations, Susanna Beckerman, because it is crucial. It is crucial. The parliaments are the key of the new era, because all the problems that we have is to substitute force by word. Yes, is this transition from a culture of domination, of imposition, of violence, of war, by a culture of encounter, dialogue, conciliation, alliance and peace that we must promote. And this is the key, because today, every day, more than $4 billion will be invested in military expenditures, in armament, while more than 20,000 persons, most of them children from 1 to 5 years, will die of hunger. Yes, we must change. And for this change, it must be very clear that what we need is a new concept of security. We are always investing in the defense of territories. And what about those that live in these territories? What about the human beings that need in these territories to have access to food, to water, to health services, to education of quality, to environmental care, to peace? This is exactly what the Inter-Parliamentary Coalition, because you have the force of the word. You have the force of the pillar of the democracy. That is precisely this substitution of the bellum by verbum. I like very much this, because I remember always that si vis pacem para bellum, if you wish peace, prepare the war, was in my very initial studies, was always said, you know, if si vis pacem para bellum, you must prepare the war. And we are preparing always the war in order to say that in this way we are consolidating the peace. No. From now on, si vis pacem para verbum. We must prepare the word. We must express ourselves. We must represent our peoples, we the peoples. This is the way in which the wonderful Charter of the United Nations starts saying, we the peoples. And you represent we the peoples. We the peoples, we have resolved to save the succeeding generations from the scourge of the war. At this moment, in 1945, this was premature. Yes, because we the peoples were silenced, were fearful, were concentrated living and dying and being born in a very restricted area. But now, from 2 decades ago, now we can express ourselves freely. Now with the peoples, we are not silent anymore. Now we have our voice. And we cannot be distracted by this immense mediatic power that keeps the persons always trying only as spectators. No, we must be actors of our life. Now we can be actors of our life. And until only, again, 2 decades or 3 decades, the women were completely absent of the public scenario, of the representation of with the people. But now we are going very, very fast in the recognition of the supreme, because this is very, very clear, and this is said also clearly in the UNESCO's constitution, the equal human dignity. This is the basis of all the other human rights. We are all equal in dignity, and we are able to think, we are able to imagine, we are able to anticipate, we are able to innovate, we are able to create. Every human being is able to create, to invent his or her own future and the common destiny of humankind. Therefore, dear friends, I would like again to tell you how important is your meeting, how important is this meeting, and I am very happy also to know that you will be meeting at the end of September in the Italian Senate. Congratulations to you all. As you know, the doctors have restricted sharply because of my age the trips and the travels that I can at this moment accomplish. But well, anyhow, through this video, I would like to express to you all my appreciation, my gratitude, because you are doing an excellent job, and to Shoshana Beckerman, telling her that she must remain in this forefront of the human dignity, because yes, now we have not only this possibility of action, now we have the duty to act, because we are facing global threats that are potentially reversible processes. This is to say that we have not possibilities of return. There are now many of these global threats, as the climate change, that can lead to the humanity to a very difficult situation. We must act. Now we can, because we are men and women all together. Now we can express ourselves. Now we can, yes, substitute bellum by verbum.
He continued to be enthusiastic for peace, and actually he is also a great supporter for the work of the NGOs.